people commonly do with relationships is that they try to match themselves to those people and what they want instead of to their own inner being and what feels good. In other words, if you allow it, you will let people train you away from your own guidance by trying to please them. And that's really what goes wrong with most relationships. If you have a relationship, no matter what kind, with someone, and you care what they think, so you start playing to them, you start being as you think they want you to be, and ignoring your own sense of self, ignoring your own emotional guidance, and just doing so that you do the things that make them smile and praise you, and you try to avoid the things that make them frown and criticize you. You train yourself so far from who you really are that then that's what all this stuff outside the vortex is that we were talking about, you see. Most everybody's trying to fix the relationships outside the vortex and can't be done. Have you ever had somebody who wanted something from you and so you beat it? You found a way to become it. And then they wanted something just a little more or different, so you became that too. And then they wanted something just a little more indifferent, so you became that too. And then they saw someone else and went away. And you think, gee, you molded me into the perfection of your dream and now you're gone? How can this be? And what we're wanting you to realize is anytime you are trying to modify yourself from feedback that you're getting from other people, there's 100% chance that you are being trained away from your own guidance system. So let's say something happened and you're not getting back what you feel that you're giving out. So you're beginning to feel resentful and you're out of the vortex. So then think about what steps you go through when you're outside the vortex. Then you confront the other, and then you talk about it, and then you point out how good you've been, and then you point out how bad she's been, and then you remember other relationships, and then she remembers other relationships, and then you talk about your childhood, and then you talk about other relationships that you've seen, and then you talk about this book that you've read and this movie that you've seen, and then you remember that this same thing happened in that relationship and that relationship, and you've just got this big scrambled mess that just keeps you out of the vortex and keeps you activated and keeps activating within you what you don't want. So meanwhile, over here is your vortex spinning with the most incredible relationship ever manageable, spinning over here. But because you're so focused over here on all of these things that are happening and all of these things that are valid and all of these things that are real, that you're holding yourself outside the proximity of your vortex. All you'd have to do is just stop doing that. Just stop doing that. Just let it go. Stop doing that.